one,
Whoa.
and another one.
Okay.
Despite the low HP, switching over as well. Look at that. He had no bullets left in the chamber and only 2 bullets left over in reserve. Beautifully done.
Now that's a name I didn't think I'd be seeing at the top plays of the week. Sean Gares from North America, filling the kill feed for Ace on Nuke.
I'm so happy to keep hearing Blue counting. He really likes numbers. 2 bullets left in the chamber for the
3,
pistol.
4.
Yeah, he's really good at it.
Honestly.
He's like the modern day Count. You know, from Sesame Street.
Yeah, yeah.
We now got Blue.
I like that a lot. And he also does a lot of DJ Khaled. Another one! Another... Okay, never mind.
Not really into
It's all about
pop
the-
culture
I just
rap.
realised Chad doesn't listen to the
Rap music.
dank jam. Oh, it's a stretch to call it rap music.
What would you call it?
Attempts at musical noise.
Before we actually get stuck in, do you think if I send Legion an email, they'll give me a laptop too? Because I'm currently on a tablet.
You do look a little like you've been downgraded, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's because the golden boy can manage with everything.
No, but that means you can do all your fancy analysis things. It's there for a reason.
I'm the technical man. I set it up and give it to Yanko.
we're just sitting here. We're actually just like playing games. You are here to analyse. And so are we, actually. All 3 of us are here to kind of shed some light on what happened in that previous series. We did just see North close out Cobble. Now, that was of most expectation here on the panel, but we did get to see that go pretty much down to the wire. Fortunately, Mr. Config eventually came to save the day, Yanko amongst others, but that was close.
Well, I mean, obviously, you point out to the first half as the problematic one for mousesports, right? Usually when you have that back and forth early on in the half, force buys being exchanged, it's the team who can manage to win 2 consecutive rounds that ends up having a big half, right? Because that means you finally secured control of the economy, you got all the momentum, and that was exactly what happened for North. Mousesports in that first half couldn't string 2 rounds together at any point.
Yeah, and Stiggo had like absolutely no impact on that first half. I think he had like 3 kills or something. So for him to be a non-factor on the CT side, everybody needs to chip in. You know, even if you're like the linchpin, you're the rotator, you still need to be assisting a little bit more than that. I think that config ace towards the end of the game is, it looked blasé, like in the sense of he was just going through the motions.
Yeah.
But the fact that he had to do that and his teammates kept just trying to die was a bit confusing. Like when MSL peaked out late, you're going to see it coming up in a second. So these first 2 frags are amazing. That's fantastic work. Bombs down. From this point, you know, the teammates need to be rotating in to help him. But the issue is they know where config is. They don't know where MSL is. So just before he makes that frag, Oscar actually kills MSL. And that's where MSL should have just stayed in wait and kind of baited config a little bit, as opposed to giving his life away. And then that last frag having to take on Rops in a 1v1, it's just lucky Rops wasn't looking at him, right? Because that could have gone either way, had the M4 in hand. But when I say I think it's more pivotal than people realize, you're at the business end of the match right there, right? Losing a round like that, things could spiral, money could get broken, and it could go out of control. And him bringing that up, it's coming up
I mean, I think that would have brought it to 13-13. Like, that would have been...
tied like a tiger.
Yeah, exactly. That would have tied everything up. North's economy would have taken a hit. It could have very well have been a different game if it wasn't for players like Config. But sometimes we get almost tired of talking about Config and its playmaking potential, but it definitely still is. It's more relevant than ever.
Yeah, he's become very, very consistent in dominating performances, not just good performances. And someone that we've also mentioned in the pre-game, Oscar didn't really show up in this game. Another thing we mentioned, the B hits from North. Mousesports didn't really find a way to combat them. You know, you have to approach it as a team. They were trying in some rounds to go for like individual play, something that we see from Valde. He does it so well on the CT side, getting that first kill through the smoke or just getting pop flashed in. That didn't really work out for Mousesports. They were getting punished trying to flash through the smoke and get the kill on that B platform guy. Nothing was going their way. So that, also playing passive didn't work. North really got the nail down on that B execute.
Sorry, you go.
No, I was just going to ask, because I know that, Chad, you've been really praising Valde for this first kill, first blood that Yanko was mentioning on that B plat.
Yeah, and the weird thing is people, like, as a tier, I know it can be really enticing to spam through that smoke, right? But Valde, for some reason, is just like a laser beam. When he sees those traces, he's instantly on you. You get no chance to move. He does the crouch spray as well, where you're moving at the same time. So you're going to be aiming at traces that were there.
Are irrelevant. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what you should do if you're a terrorist and you're spamming through. You either play, you know, at the long corner and you spam and move. An AWP bullet can come through, you can get taken down that way. Or you should play it in the sense of, hey, let's actually make sure we're crouching and moving so we can't get cut out.
Yeah, I just lost you there as well.
That's right. I'll try and fix it. You guys do your thing.
Yeah, well, let's do our thing, Yanko. I want to kind of move into Mirage because I want to make sure we have ample time to discuss it. This, in my mind, should be where we get to see a little bit more from mousesports, or I mean, does that not connect for you?
I think we should. It's a map where maybe even Oscar's best map, right, in terms of individual performance, and we saw also the other players on the team have good performances, and it's a bit easier to play, you know, on both sides of the map pretty much. I feel for North it's a tricky map because, you know, a couple of months back it was their strongest map alongside Cobblestone, but recently they didn't seem to be as strong on it. So it's a map that they've been putting in work. So for me, I would expect mousesports to at least have a better performance, probably even equalize the score here.
Yeah, okay. See mousesports go for the big W.
Am I back?
I think you're back in business.
Just before I get stuck into this, do you want a B-stream update, Alex? I'm just getting reports from the sideline right now.
Oh, yeah, drop
the
them.
first matchup we had, which was LDLC versus Envious. LDLC actually took the series 2-0, winning Nuke in overtime 25-22. And then the first map was, one moment please, Keish, and they won 16-8. So Envious, they did have a stand-in of Haji from the academy team, but you know they weren't able to pick up a win here.
Who is he standing in for, do we know?
XMS.
XMS. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's not able to play this week.
And if you head over to the B stream now on your second monitor or telephone, you can catch Fnatic versus Heroic.
Fnatic top of the table as well, so that's definitely one to watch, see if they can hold that top spot.
But I do have some points about Mirage too.
You do? I'm so glad you do. Let's bring up the stats quickly of Cobble, just so we can see where those flaws did lie. We can go ahead and check that out. I mean, we talked about Oscar's underperformance to Configs. I was going to say overperformance, more like consistent performance, but these are the scores on the doors from that first game. You can see that the average ADR much higher for the boys over on North, looking like just one man falling into that 60 region. However, the majority of mousesports in that area. Average damage per round for those unfamiliar.
Yeah, I think the biggest factor is Oscar not showing up in the sense of he's known for clutch rounds. I think Simple made a tweet like late last week or something like that saying, you know, Oscar is so good in those clutch scenarios. And it's true, he just has that sense about him where he can pick up frag after frag. Cobblestone's a map where it's very difficult to get in those forward positions as a T if you're not having your entry fraggers getting the room for you, or you're not doing executes and getting bomb site control. And we saw time and time again that the guys from North were shutting them down before they were able to do that. So, you know, it makes it a little bit harder for a player like Oscar to get in the game. And that's actually where I was going to transition with my point.
Drop it.
Mirage is one where you can actually get a lot more map territory, right? A team like North, they're more than happy to play that A retake from time to time. They like to take gambles on mid stacks, you know, have a lot of emphasis there to shut down the default. So if you can get into that bomb site, that's when you can have Oscar as more of a danger factor, I think. Actually,
I mean, this is a territory I don't normally venture into, but I was a big sucker. When I was doing some prep for North, it was a while ago, I saw a pistol round they do on T-side Mirage. And it is, I mean, maybe you'll know what I'm talking about.
It's where the one they did at E-League, where they split the B-bomb side through jungle,
molly window.
Pretty much. Yeah, the molly window, they throw the smoke. So it's a pretty cool one. If they execute it, we can break it down post-game, you know, with the drawings and everything. But it shows the innovation on the side of North. Now, that's a specific pistol round. So once you execute it, the next time you throw the similar grenades, you know, it's going to be fairly easy for the opponent to just counter you. But again, you can use it as a fake. Why not try to bait them into reacting to what you're doing? I'm very interested to see how North plays the CT side. We regard them as a very proactive team, right? They move around. If they lose map control, they're going to try to retake it or retake some other part of the map. So obviously with Mirage, a big deal is the mid control. So how are you going to approach that? If you play passive, are you going to be aggressive towards ramp? You know, MSL at times is aggressive towards the B apartments. B.
Sorry, I'm laughing because you said B apartments, and I just realized I remember that tweet you just did today, Chad, about those poor B players on Mirage, and this should be like a support group for these poor fellows.
The thing is, I understand that. I also played B, but I also think that players players underutilize what they can do on the B bomb side.
Guys, the game's starting. Let's have this one off air. Let's head over to your casters, Henry G and Sada, to guide you through our next series.
The things you guys do off air, I don't want to know. Sometimes I'm much delighted. I'm delighted. I'm happier to be locked in a room with Henry than with those guys.
And that's saying something.
That is saying a lot. Saying a lot about our game coming up. We've got the second of a doubleheader between mousesports and North. North having won the first despite Mouse's best efforts to come back late.
Our final game of the evening. Mirage. mousesports couldn't quite do it on Cobblestone despite having the 7-1 lead as well. A little bit disappointing for them, but they are a very formidable Mirage side. We'll see what they can do here as they're still in the T-half. 4 sets of armor, and Chris J with the smoke and flashbang here. I've got an upgraded pistol as well, so we are seeing the PT-50 come into the fray a little bit here. It will be dropped by Chris J in the hands of Rops. And we have got aggressive play from North towards the underpass there. Cajun and Config looking for the first frags here. And this could work out very nicely indeed. But we have got Chris J watching for that very push. Or is he? He's dropping the smoke, in fact, and he is still ready for it, but can't find the frag. Cajun B takes him down.
Cajun Bizzle. Don't know where that came from. Ignore me. I'm a bit crazy. The bomb planted. Rops to hold off. Ooh, nearly goes to the headshot. Doesn't quite get it. That one's much prettier. As he follows up. Second time the charm. But That said, that's all to play for with AZ coming back in the door from Checker. A good second headshot. He's got a chance, but 2 HP and no kit. I'm not going to favor him. I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt, even though he's got the smoke down on the bomb. Swings in. Another headshot through it. If he holds, he's got a kit picked up. He could make it work, but the 2 HP is to his detriment. Rops had the high ground, and it's pulled back in the end.
Got a little bit dicey there with AZ finding 3 kills with that USP. Comes down to the 1v1 as well. Takes a gamble. A chance as he goes with a full defuse, but knowing he was low HP, just calmly taps through the smoke. That's Rops. Takes him down 1-0 for mousesports. The B-side approach and the aggressive play from North did get shut down in the end, but still very tight situation. We don't have the force buy from the Danish side. They really are one of the few teams that's opting away from that approach in the second round. I definitely agree with it. I'm sure we're going to see more and more teams go with this as the game develops. 5-on-4 though, and was Config pushing up towards the top of middle. Not really much he could do about that. He gets said blown off by Chris J. 5-on-4. That's a lovely start. But you can just hold up, bide your time, wait for any sort of CT reactions to come through. I doubt we'll see many of them, considering they're on a pretty much fully KO with some CZs. But getting some map control as Valda. He tries to do what he can with Desert Eagle towards shore. He might have a gap. He looks for it. Oh, if he can see anything there, I'd be very surprised just to push through this, I think. Molotov's deployed. He's hoping to hit some footsteps and set his teammate up AZ here. He get a double kill or nothing. Chris J takes him down.
Nothing. Nothing at all. As it works out, Sunny's going to hold off again, though. Shut down once more. The T's went around this time with more than just one man remaining. Stuttering is my new thing. Picked that one up while I
bringing
was...
that into your
my repertoire.
Your repertoire.
My repertoire.
Yeah, maybe save that for your racing stuff. Maybe not Counter-Strike.
No, it's fair game, fair game.
What are you carrying up the north?
De Beers was had a bit of a stutter and overcame that to be on the analyst desk in NA.
Does he still do it for Pro League?
Don't know. I don't think he's doing it this year. I could be wrong.
Yeah, we never get a chance to watch it. It always starts at like 1 AM this time, just to finish this one. The last thing you want to do is watch more CS after doing this till midnight, you know?
It's true, it's true. Well, again, they get quickly toward the B side. Sunny will sit in the corner. He gets taken down by MSL. Good entry this time from North, therefore, to find the first kill, and 3 players firing at 1. Doesn't matter. Look at all the kills for Mouse. Rops finding 2. Sticko and Oscar each getting 1. And Sticko does so with a nade. Cajun B onto the AWP immediately. So it's response from North as fast as you die.
3-0. Bit of a bonus situation coming in as well. Sticko with the UMPs. Oscar staying on the scout as well. It's a weapon he does like to hold on to. Up against the Cajun B Orb, who can be very scary to play against on a map like Mirage as well. It's one of the stronger maps, for sure. Smoke out towards the window, not top of middle, like most teams do these days. mousesports will head towards short here, smoking the connector as well. Could be a fast B split coming in, but Config looking to shut that down. Same story for AZ as well, who locks himself in towards the connector. We've actually got the bomb at the A ramp, so this will be the A split, I can see right now. And then a nice boost. Config takes down Sunny to open things up, and that's going to be a very nice start for North here.
Start much needed, I think. As that's the gun round for North. With Sunny gone, Sticko starts to clear out from the connector. AZ waits on the top of it. That's Cajun B and MSL inside of the site with him, a triangle position, but they've got to watch A main as well as the connector, and AZ just walks out without even considering the fact that Sticko was already there. Bit of a miss. Information or oversight, take your pick at which you'd like. It's Mouse on the entry that's dominating despite losing the first man. Pulled back, Volda, he's got a chance as he knocks down all 3. Goes back out and Config helps him. They'll pull the round back in what was quickly falling apart.
Good lord, Valda with another impressive round there, I have to say, with that M4 in hand as well. Managed to take down 3. 4th with the help of Config as well. And it will be round number 5. I don't get a replay. You can hear my voice though.
It was like a replay of like a 10-second voice playback. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it was like, almost like an echo.
So you can see how hyped I was after the frags came in.
You sounded pretty monotone.
Yeah, I know. But,
that's your thing.
It will be round number 5. Fast play towards middle. Sending a Sticko, and Sticko finds a lovely shot. It's going to be up to Config. I feel like he can recover this. Ooh, almost against it. You can hear players towards the underpass. Has to drop back. Chris J trying to take him down. An advantage for mousesports as Chris J does decide to push through the smoke from what I can see. MSL waiting on the other side. I should have to come in, I think, but biding his time, and good HE comes in. Chris J doesn't want to take the chance just yet.
Sit to wait. Play it out. Chris J get inside of the connector. We saw this position one last time for Go. It's going to work for Chris J this time. Walking in with 2 quick kills. North have no response on their defensive approach. Shots from all the way back at CT from Volda. Chance to capitalize, perhaps. But it goes the other way instead. They couldn't do it, even with the guns held off. It's mousesports that find their 4th. And their 4th that's going to be rewarding in a very many ways, because it means that the guns are gone again on the north side.
They certainly are, Matthew. They will be force buying, though, into round number 6 with what they can. CZs and M4 for config. Valda just for that UMP, and KJB opting for nothing at all. He doesn't want to break the bank just yet. Wants to at least have a chance to bring out the AWP, and this could be working out for North. AZ rushes towards the A-ramp, takes down Rops there. A 5-on-4, and that's a little bit sloppy, but that was a bit of a bait and switch. It was the idea they're going to be rushing towards B, but this could fall apart. Config with the M4, one of the few rifles they've got, does pick up one, but Oscar with the AWP, strong as ever, takes him down, and Oscar just lighting them up right now, trying for the 3rd kill, and he nails it.
Oh my goodness, look at Volda though. Just sitting, waiting. Bomb goes in front of me. Knew Oscar was there, but Oscar responds fast enough with the AWP. And Bomb is now on the deck and available, or is it AZ? Could actually catch them off. Waits for it to be picked up. He wants to sneak in behind the planter. Oscar's going to have no idea that he's this close. Does he even consider it? Does he check it? Oh, I thought he had that. Sunny responds accordingly.
5-1. That was the force buy from North, and mousesports with considerable lead now. 2K, a little bit more than that per player. They will be able to buy into the next round with the 3rd stage loss bonus of $2,400. So fully go here. Valda brings out the PT50. Looking very good for mousesports. So 6-1, almost certain there. Mac 10's coming out. And the UMP, and all for Oscar still. And well, in terms of the CD setup, 3 towards connector. Surprising enough, and we'll see if they can get anything done here.
See if we can find anything at all. Rops heads toward his spawn as they regroup ever so temporarily against the pistols. Don't want to walk into anything unexpected or unpredictable. Volda with a pistol behind smoke. AZ has pushed up relatively far. Molotov. That stays shallow and burns Volda.
Down he goes, and his teammates head towards A. This is looking very promising for the mousesports side. 5-4. Haven't really given much away up against 4 USPs now. KJB finds 1 in return. Flashbangs go in. Smokes go in 2, and it's going to be Rox leading the charge with the UMP in hand. Should almost certainly find MSL here. Oh, gets dinked in the process, but gets the kill regardless. Not the best smoke towards the A-bomb site. Got config with a little gap to work with here. Might better deny it. HE to the face, but he's getting some damage in there, but the bomb will be planted now.
Bomb planted, as you say. And the announcer tells us. It's Oscar that's going to go aggressive. Try and make sure there's no flank coming in. And there certainly is 2 CT players back toward the spawn. Holding it. So as to be rewarded late. To look for the exits at this point in time as the bomb ticks. It's going to go 6-1 Mouse. Great start. Considering they lost the last game, as you say. And on the analyst desk as well, they pointed out that it could have gone 13-13. Nearly won that with the economy, as it were. Had the chance to potentially reset North. It's all to play for as they try and get the exits. Can't do so. It goes to 6-1 AZ. Ooh, did he run out of ammo in that shot?
Well, all 5 players go down in the end. Here's the Molotov. That's send Valda to the grave. 6-1. No double AWP setup here. KJB with the single. I don't think they could have done a lot of double AWPs there. They could have just about got a glass cannon out here, but it's not too good for the north side. No kits once again, and mousesports with full control here. We're going to go for an aggressive play towards top and middle. Config going in first with AZ not far behind as well, but the flashbang so strong. Means they don't fully commit just yet. Smoke's deployed, and so far so good. And Oscar hits yet another shot there. That's Valda going down, and that's the B side open as well. This is a nightmare. KJB rotates in from the kitchen area, but so much work to do here. Oscar is biding his time and hoping a player walks in his crosshair, and it looks like that almost certainly will happen. KJB hasn't been haven't smoked out just yet, which I find surprising. As they get a kill, it's MSL to take down Sticko in the process, and KGB can't get anything done here. Bomb will be planted, still plenty of utility to work with him. Smoke towards kitchen. And Chris J. Oh, God. That's why I'm surprised there's no smoke at this particular window area.
Oscar's got an angle that could actually be favorable. Legs up, or they're through the wall. Hits his target. It's config down very, very low as MSL.
That's saving already.
Is already tagged. You're right. They'll give this up. They'll go back and they'll try and save the AWP, the AK, and the M4. Unsuccessful in doing so, they shall be. No one pursuing. As MSL and config go well toward the Palace position. I like how you dropped your phone at the exact second the bomb went off. It almost sounded like you were
bit of
doing
pageantry to tonight's proceedings.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I liked it. You were contributing to the sound effects in the broadcast.
7-1, and another round that eludes North. They do save a few weapons there. I think 3 in total. I'll just double check that. I'm almost certain. Yep, 3 weapons survive, so you can see they've got AKs there. M4s and the AWP as well, but still not really posting anything whatsoever. They won the round before. That was it. Number 9 now. And an A-side execution coming in momentarily. 4 players on the A ramp. Smokes will be coming over. They'll go for it. It's going to be up to Sunny to find frags towards middle, and I don't think he'll get anything. KGB watching like a hawk. Easy kill for him. And the A attack comes in. It's actually an easy plan as well, man. How have they done that?
Very easy plant. Very fast plant. mousesports up 7-1. North give them a bomb site to work with despite having the 2-man advantage, but watch for a strong retake as a result. Volda, he's going to go all the way around towards spawn.
Whoa.
Oscar's caught him off. That gives him the chance to go to connector, but given that his position revealed, he'll go back the other way. The problem is he'll be late getting there.
Yeah, it's over.
And it's going to be a defuse, surely. As they know he's there, they'll go for the hold. No, they won't. They're going to face him down. Doesn't matter. MSL gets the kill.
Well, Oscar certainly hit an exciting shot there, but can't do anything in the round. If he didn't get dinked in the process, maybe he has a chance. He could be a little bit more aggressive there, but there it is. A very fast approach from mousesports. All 4 players. Most of the team towards the ramp. Smoke over, flashes in, Molotovs through, and then Sunny to try and do what he can towards the mid area. He had a smoke in the window, goes up towards short. That's where KGB is waiting for him. Hits the shot, gets the information no one's there, and they can hold off the attack pretty cleanly. Could have been a lot worse, but 7-2 now. We do need to start seeing some rounds come in favour of North. A few in a row. The next 2 would be great. To be fair, if they win this one, it does whittle down the economy of mousesports. So this is huge. And oh my God, Oscar. Thought he hits that for days. Gets in front of the utility, but can't hit the shot. Certainly had grounds to do so.
Trying it again. As the smoke gets deployed, Oscar gets pushed back. Meanwhile, as Sunny gets further and further forward. Leg shot on Sticko from Gage and that cat. It's mid that they want to take on the mousesports side. And AZ goes all the way back at the top of connector. He was caught off last time they gave up this position. Needs to be more swift to his approach. As they've got 4 rounds and facing a reset. Money, not amazing. 1,400 will put them in a position for a potential force given how many survived in the last, but instead they'll try Molotov at the window. Slightly mistimed from Chris. AZ's ready. MSL in the sight has a better angle lined up. Chris gets AZ back, however. Now MSL has to transition. Chris knows exactly where he is, and a better shot still as he walks in with the AK, and he'll plant on the safe side of triple so that the wall is not a factor. Whoa, config. He actually got Chris J. That denies bomb. 11 seconds, they've got to go back for it. This is huge because now Config can walk, or excuse me, KGB can walk straight in, and Oscar will never get this planted. That kill from Config wins the round.
Yeah, from short as well. That was very nice indeed. He goes down just as he picks it up, but he denies the plant, and things become very uncomfortable. It gives Cajun a chance just to go in there, deny the plant, gets the angle, takes it down, and like we said, North had to start finding multiple rounds on the board. That's now 2 in a row. They avoid the reset, and they have money to work with it as well. Sure, only 2 players survived. The reinvestment is pretty significant, but Chris J comes in like a bulldozer on the A side. He thought the round was done and dusted at that point, but Config saves the day from short. Number 11, 7-3. North getting back into this now. We'll have a tactical timeout as mousesports discuss how to distribute the welfare. Oscar still with the AWP. 3 rifles coming out. Unfortunately, one of those is Galil. It's in the hands of Rops. We'll check in with the scoreboard as well while we're here. Oscar at the top with 12 kills, 5 deaths. Chris J with 10. Any players in double digits there for the T side. And everyone pretty level pegged on the CT side. You can see Cajun top fragging with 7, then 6 and 6 for Config and Valda. 5 and 5 for MSL and AZ. So everyone kind of joining in with the fragging there. Cajun will be on the single AWP this time.
Single op. We say that like it's almost like a bad thing. No, it's just one.
Just the one.
Still a potent affair. A large rifle.
Fast player.
This is quite quick. Cajun's already pushed back out a window as well, so Sonny making some movement to... Oh, I thought he was going to miss that where he clipped the top of it. Taking the advantage. He's going to go right through this. Oh, is he? Please? Please? No? If he had, it would have been a decent position. Still makes it work to get AZ. The rotation back through Checkers gets Config in position, but Sonny just has to babysit the hole. I don't know. Get your mind out of the gutter. What does that even mean?
Don't know what you mean.
I don't know. You chuckled. I just assume you're a 12-year-old. As Cajun is smoked off with a massive gap, though. That allows him to walk back up, get Rops. They now know they've got to watch him, and Oscar does exactly that. It's a rotation for Config. And a 2 versus 2. Good flash. Very good flash. Catches Sticko. Runs out of ammo. We would have had both. Still manages to get it through the smoke.
Config has been the saviour for Norv in many rounds here on the Mirage CT side. That was lovely. Another fantastic flashbang. Gets them 3 kills in total. One goes down for mousesports. The loss bonus accumulating for them. They have got one more buy here, I'd say. But North getting right back in this first half. 7-4 is overall scoreline. They were 7-1 down, remember? 3 rounds in a row. There's the flashbang. And pulls out the USP after doing a bit of damage there. Gets the headshot, of course. Takes an Oscar. And now we have the partial buy from mousesports, knowing that they get 4 state loss bonus, aka $2,900 into the next round. They'll leave that money about 2k per player, maybe a little bit more. And in terms of the setup, a few smokes, 4 to be exact, flashbangs as well, execution. Sticko still towards middle. Work out, there are 2 players in front of him. Flashbangs are decent. They'll be joining him with smoke as well, but the CTs do decide to fall back here.
Fall back, take some slack. Config. Oh, what are these? What are these? Mid-side smoke with none toward jungle. Finally it lands. It's going to be a wall to a safe plant. A safe plant not safe from MSL. As he swings back out, it's Cajun to respond as well by getting a single kill on the board, but a lineup with the bomb down, and it's North to continue to pull the game back in their favor. As it goes 7-5, they're still 2 down, but they're getting momentum.
They certainly are. 4 in a row now. Looking much better here on the CT side of Mirage. We do have another buy available from mousesports after the conservative approach of the partial buy with the CZs, Tech 9s, PD50s, some smokes, but no bomb plant going down. Still have decent money here. Number 13. Cajun B this time, mixing things up, goes towards the apartments. We'll have 1 player to deal with. That's going to be Chris J, but Config strikes first. He's had a hell of a game so far.
Hell of a game. Cell, though, meanwhile, sits on top of the jungle. Oscar waits to see if there'll be any further aggression at this point in time. There certainly won't be. Sticko is going to wait down below MSL. Checks window and backs off. It's going to give room, but being a man down, next pick becomes the problem, and AZ is still watching the top of the connector that Sticko heads toward. Better still, Cajun B swings out from CT stairs. Down goes Sticko. We find ourselves with, just 2 remaining, I was going to say, and just 1 as Oscar gets found. It looked like MSL had the right anticipation, but the late reaction costs him. Better from Cajun, and we get back to a 1-point game as they find 5 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Indeed it is.
5 in a row, maximum loss bonus. No bomb going down, though. That's another disappointing round there for mousesports. 7-1 up. Similar scenes to Cobblestone. They had 7-1 lead in the second half of that map, and then it all fell apart. There was 5 rounds in a row for North to close it out. After they got themselves in a very dominant position, they significantly dropped off, and North started to rise. CZ's Deagles, and Well, we're certainly going to tie things up here, North, and we'll come to round number 14 here. Some armor invested into this one. Oscar looking at the AWP in the next round, gets no armor for himself. He goes towards B though, very good at this shot. Flashed off, pushes past the flames. Gonna get anything just yet, but easy. He'll take down Sunny.
Certainly will as Oscar continues on. Better from North as it's just a slaughter. They walk in and go down 7-7 after being down 7-1 North. A late start, a better bloom. And they take control of the half. There's money on both sides to buy out what remains, including that of Oscar on an AWP. Buy up everything they can, but Oscar only has the one smoke to work with on the T side as a result. Kit's on all but config.
Indeed.
Who, just to be clear, does have a lot of money and probably should have bought one just because.
True. I'm sure it'll be fine.
No, it's really not, Hank, and I'm a little bit disappointed by it.
Expected better?
I expect more. More responsibility.
A bit of CT aggression towards middle at the very start, but that's been subsided for now. We'll go towards B for mousesports. I think the first time we've seen all four players at this stage, at least, since the pistol. Flashing in, not really the best of flashes. Very basic approach here, as Config spots one. He's having one hell of a game, I have to say. By this time as well, dropped a bomb. This is actually a very disappointing approach so far for mousesports. Still recoverable. It's going to take Moscow to hit some tremendous shots here. Sunny to strike first, but 3-on-2 with the bomb down. I don't think much else happens. It's actually going to be North winning the half here by the looks of things, Matt.
I think so. After being down 7-1, that's a bit of a blunder.
Yes.
As you would say. Do you say that?
Blunder, yeah, I do say that. Bit of a blunder. Well, round number 15, and we're certainly going in favour of the North side here, unless Robs pulls out of the hat. He won't be able to do it. It's going to be Valda to finish things off there, and as you just said, 7-1. In favour of mousesports in the earlier stages of the half, to go on and lose it 8-7. That's been very disappointing and frustrating for the morale of the mousesports camp. And it feels like North are going to close this one out, like they did on Cobblestone as well. But mousesports can always bounce back, and we'll find out they can do so in the second half as we take a quick break.
You're romantic. Imagine if Brazil scored 7 goals after being down 7-1, what the world would look like. Well, that's what North just did to mousesports. Not the same context, not as many people watching, probably not as significant, but it might be in the Pro League landscape.
Love the way you used the word probably, not as significant, but I like it. It was a good example, and we'll see whether...
You never know, Hank.
You do never know.
CS is the new footy.
Yeah, could be. We'll see. I reckon in 5 years it might be up there. Who knows? Or it could have died. We don't know.
The life
Hope
we
not.
live.
Hope not. But it will be 8-7 North, bringing it back. Here's the scoreboard for you. Nothing really to report in terms of anyone dropping off. Sticko would have a very quiet game, but Sunny and Rob's having similar sort of scorelines as well. But Sticko is at the bottom. He has had quite a rough evening in the office this evening. And who else is there? KGB looked very good. Config looks amazing. He saved them in quite a few rounds there.
Match is live.
And the match is live. PT50 is coming out again. I did say there would be a shift in terms of the meta. Generally, with the PT50 coming in as well, that's got a lot more long-range potential since the clock was adjusted and the aim punch and all that sort of thing. It seems like the PT50 might be more prevalent.
Prevalent. I like it. I always liked the PT50. I've thought it's been a good gun from day one almost.
Well, there you go. You heard it here first.
What's wrong with it?
Ooh, there it is. That's why.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. It's Cajun gets the kill. What a thrill. It's almost like a cheap skill. The P250. Coming in
Stick
like, okay, all right.
We'll let him off with a kill.
Gets one, the reaction. But yeah, definitely caused problems as he missed Cajun far too many times. Got taken down for it. It's down to Chris J in a 1 versus 2. And Mouse perhaps about to lose their 9th round. Or excuse me, 8th round in a row. It was 7-1. So an 8th round in a row that goes the way of North. This time it's a pistol, which could amount to a few more as well.
I would say almost certainly. Do mousesports force into this? I would say probably not. Here's the one shot from Cajun. Oh, God. That's pretty dirty. I didn't think it was anything like that. I thought it was at the steps or something, but that's quite nice. They do force by, I beg your pardon. 2 scouts, Chris J and Oscar. I always say it. At one point, Chris J, I think when we first started casting together, Matt, Chris J was one of the most deadly scouts in the world.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah, it was when you could still jump shoot, essentially, at any height with the scout. Him and MBK were pretty up there.
Yeah, MBK, I was going to say, was another one that was very good with it. Fallen was pretty good, too.
Yeah.
When is Fallen not good?
That's true. He did have the slump at the beginning of this year.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he, though? I mean, was it really a slump, or were you just imagining things?
No, for his form, it was. For someone like him, if you go back and look at his performance there, he was.
No, it was. I know. I'm just, I have to question you, because that's my job, I guess.
Yeah. Is that your job title?
Question Henry G in all that he says at any point in time. Yeah. Well, with that said, MSL will get in a good position toward window to push through. Oscar's watching it, but he's going to go, and Oscar watching it successfully takes him down as Chris does damage as well, but Config's going to chase them by going around from connector. Molotov down, a quick peek, baits the shot, but Oscar playing the backside of the vent means he can get away immediately after. Chris can't. It's just Oscar remaining in North, about to go up to a 10th round in a convincing fashion, you have to say, when you look at the context of the game.
Oh, yes. mousesports, once again, will be struggling here. Have to take the full eco here, and they'll be a little bit weakened. They can still get at the AWP in the first go around. It's normally AWP as they get dropped scouts. Just the shots from Config, though, nothing too spicy here. Just get dropped. And we're into round number 3. They should be very quick. And clinical from the north side, they go towards middle. There's a couple of smokes, Molotovs, get up towards short. Use the SMGs, take down any enemy players on the other side. Should be absolutely fine here. Maybe 1 or 2 kills on the mousesports side, but MSL, with that Mac 10, he strikes towards connector. And it will be the 5-on-3 as quick as that. Make it 2. Config. And he chimes in as well. MSL just finding players all over the place. Farming cash as it goes. Oscar gets 1. That's all they'll really find. And we do have a bit of a bonus situation. The Mac 10 and UMP will see its way into round number 4 here. And these are the rounds are always a bit scary for the CTs. If you force by in the second, we do get rid of the Mac 10, just to note. I thought they'd definitely
just to know, yeah.
You can find yourself like last cannon AWPs or no head armor on a couple of players. Make it 3 for the mousesports side right now. That's why the Mac 10, I think, just probably keep it, but still, obviously, the AK is always going to be boosting your chances of winning the round compared to the Mac 10.
MSL fires a flash high toward the catwalk. But with that said, it's Sunny. That's boosted above the smokes. Perfect position. Knows there's a second one. Can't find a config. Knows where that box is positioned, so he just fires back at it and then reads that Oscar's going to push. Takes him down as well. We sit with 1 to the advantage on the north side. And if they win this, not only will it now be the 11th round in a row, but a potential for a 12th, if I could count, to come after it, because they'll reset the money on Mouse. With Chris J remaining, that looks likely. Pre-fires as soon as he arrives on an A1S. One of the only ones in use still, and he'll back off. Make love, not something.
War.
make. Well, they're not making any war right now because they're losing a lot of rounds.
That's a good point, Matt. 3 kills. But North looking very comfortable there. Config, he's having one of those games. He just looks like an absolute beast right now. He's only on 19 kills. KGB's got 23, but the impact he's had in the last 5 rounds has been absolutely nuts. Config just mows 2 of them down. That's the ace eye open, and nothing mousesports can do to sit back and watch the destruction. As round number 4 will go in favour of North, and indeed putting the scoreline to 12-7 here. Money in the bin once again, 13-7. Very likely KGB should find Chris J, but not quite. Gets taken down. Chris J gets another $300 in the bag. So what do they do here? They have to take the eco. They can't really force around this. That would be an absolute suicide on the mousesports point of view. So Deagle's 5-7s. Rob's get some body armor, but should be quite a simple procedure here. KGB with a decent spawn. That's always connected to start. For anyone to make a mistake, Molotov in that position means he'll probably adjust towards a window now. Flashes come in. So it comes through, and Sunny didn't get anything for that. It's the M4 A1S. Of course, Shea probably finds his frag all day long. Oh my god, apparently not. Varda takes him down.
Well, we got a little lag. A little lag more. Now, server. How are the conditions, Henry? Anything to report?
Been fine recently. It's been very clear and promising the last few days, so shouldn't be a problem.
Meteorologist Hank G stepping in with the report. It's a good thing these servers aren't in Florida. It's Cajun B. Finds the kill on Sunny, where it is not in Florida. As Oscar gets taken down by MSL, continues on. It's Rops that's going to try and take over A main so that he can return back to the site once it is lost. It is lost, by the way, in case you were wondering. I just thought I'd give you that update. Newsflash. Sticko, though, with a pistol. A Deagle at that. Brings it back down to just 1-man advantage. Picks up an M4. Doesn't have the armor to go with it, but as we already mentioned, this is the new patch. Name punch, not as factorial. Daisy, though, will find Rops. That should be the end of the round. It will be. Sticko's going to back off. And it now becomes 12 in a row for North.
12 in a row. 7-1 up. At one stage, look at them now. 13-7 down. It's rather grim over there, I have to say. If you're just joining us, the first map was looking very good for mousesports in the second half. They lost the first half 10-5 and got themselves 7-1 again in the second half, but it all fell apart towards the end. All 5 players will drop their stick out. Will attempt there, get 3 kills, but that's all they'll get. Maximum loss bonus, of course, now on the mousesports side, but this one feels like it's falling apart for them. They can bring out the AWP. They go double AWP here. They do indeed. When things get rough, that's when you're supposed to bring this one out. Adjust things. Chris J, as we mentioned earlier in the game, he was the primary AWP app for this team not so long ago. So I'll be very happy to pick up the secondary sniper rifle here. He head towards B. That smoke he's throwing right now lands in the entrance of the B apartments. Means he can hold them at bay. Anticipating a rush there. What's going on here? Well, they get through the smoke. Chris J wasn't ready and waiting for them.
Chris, the always fast J. Is that how that works?
Yeah. What is this they're doing right now? AZ and KGB on top of each other. Matt, you know these smokes.
I don't know this one though. Is this a? It might be to bounce off the skybox faster. I think that's what it was. I didn't see which one he threw.
AZ threw that one. He was on top. And it hasn't really.
The one that went deep or the one that went to arch? I'd like to see a replay. I didn't see which one he threw when I looked at the trails. Because there's one at window and there's one at arch. You could go boost to bounce off skybox faster so that it drops and covers off and blooms quicker, because that's the problem with the bounce one. As Config takes down Sticko, Rops gets Config. It's definitely an iteration of a smoke that already exists. As Cajun B sits toward the top of middle north, finally shut down, finally. It'll be the first round in 13 if you include the one that they're about to win and all those lost. So first round in 13 that Mouse will pick up. How do you like them apples?
Well, there you go. They do it. It was a little bit of a strange execution there. It was, just to anyone who didn't catch what we're talking about, we were watching on our screen. It was AZ was on top of MSL's head in the B apartments, and I'm sure Matt's right. It's just a variation of a smoke you can throw there. It means you obviously can be a little bit more efficient and throw over 2 angles. I'm sure that, here we go, here's the replay. So he lines one up there. So he's on top of MSL's head right now. We'll follow where the smoke goes.
Okay, back skybox, bounce back out to window.
And it lands in front of the window. Well, there you go. Okay, that's quite cool.
It actually goes a little... I think there's a better way to throw that, but it's interesting. It's cool to watch because the boost is involved, and we all like boosts.
Well, it's the first round, and need to avoid the reset here. mousesports double offside. They did keep, I think, 4 players alive, so they're fine, but there will be reset consequences here if all 5 players go down. And it's going to be an A-side attack for the first time from North here. All the smoke's coming in. 1 player in the form of AZ towards the Palace area. Smokes come through, flashes as well. And we'll see whether Robs and Sticko can hold them off.
Robs and Sticko, Robs, Shadow, Robs with bomb. Goes back for more as well. Volta's trying to spray him down. Robs knows it, and they go for fire through the wall against each other, and Robs comes out worse for wear's config, contributes as well. And it's going to be Sunny behind the smoke that holds on a 3-on-3. And he wants back in. Bomb's been dropped. If he gets through the smoke and spots it in Shadow, it could be a massive advantage. But instead he gets Volta with his back turned, having gone behind the smoke as well. And they run into each other in the worst awkward moment.
45 seconds remain. Config and Cajun B up against it now. Nice Molotov, though. Does Oscar have to move? He does. Guaranteed frag for Cajun. That's not bad at all. 2-on-2 now. They've just increased their chances significantly of winning. But look at T-Spawn. There is someone coming. It's Sunny. Oh! Does he kill him? Oh, no. That's a bit of a blunder there. Sunny had a guaranteed frag on a play. Might not have been expecting, might have been talking and looking at the radar, but that should have been a kill for days. Only inflicts 24 damage, but Chris J does manage to recover the situation. Takes down Config here, but Cajun B knows where he is, goes to the plant, hoping he kept the player at bay here. Does actually get the plant down, and now has a chance to win this map. It's getting all sorts of uncomfortable for mousesports.
Shots back in, though. Sunny gets forward. Uncomfortable for mousesports, but they'll keep the double op intact and get the defuse. So North lose 2 in a row. Not just 1 after all those rounds. Finally, a second one goes against them as well. Molotov that went down. And unfortunately, he just kind of stared at it until Cajun had the angle.
Yeah, it's one of those moments you think, please, 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 don't spread in this corner. And then once it has, you can't really do much about it. Maybe get the knife out and jump across, but he probably still was dead either way. And it is going to be a bit of a more conservative approach from North. I don't think they've gone all in. They've got about 2k per player, maybe a bit more. 2.5k. And I'll go towards B. Is this the same boost strategy being used? There is a player going on top of the head. AZ in that same position, watching his POV.
Smoke, then.
Yeah. It's a new one, though. At least for my eyes, as they go in.
Sometimes people get addicted to new smokes because they think they're so catchy and clever, but I don't know that that one lands the best. I wouldn't mind seeing it from the window because there might be a gap toward the arch. The problem, okay, there's not. It actually blooms better than I thought, so it is pretty effective, and they cover off both arches with it, so it's a lockout of the site.
Okay, well, it was very successful up until that point. Chris J and Sunny coming in with a couple of frags, 5-on-3, but that's objective complete for North. Bomb down. They get a couple of kills here before they lose the round. That'd be great, but can't do much more than that, I'm afraid.
Can't do much more than that at all. Cajun versus 5. And he'll go down as quick as he like. And the defuse comes in. So Mal's putting on pressure late. If they somehow come back to win this game, that would be something. That would be a tale of 2 very different storylines between these 2 teams in this particular game.
We're looking at it again.
I like it. Let's do it. Over and over and over again, Rushley. That skybox, by the way, there's 2 smokes that can be deployed from it. In fact, one of them comes from CT spawn, lands pretty much at the same spot, and allows for a retake.
I like what they're trying to do there. They're trying to show us where it bloomed, but run out of time.
Sorry,
Cancel,
Rush.
abort. But it does land in front of the window. I checked it out myself. It is a very clean smoke. It's fine. I can confirm.
There's no such thing as clean smoke.
Well, it wasn't dirty.
Paradoxical.
An effective smoke, then.
Ah, there you go. I like it. I like it. I see what you did.
And number 9, double digits for mousesports. Could this be them back in the game after losing so many in a row? Starting to see some promising signs of life. Oscar this time from the window takes down AZ to kick things off. Cajun B's having none of it. He comes from the Palace area, finds a kill in return. And it's a 4-on-4 once more up against his double orbs of Chris J and Oscar. Yet to really see Chris J lie to the scoreboard just yet, but we know he definitely has the potential to do so. MSL wants to ditch this bomb and maybe make his way in the window.
Ditch the bomb. He's done this before. And make the jump. Throws it down to his teammate instead. Doesn't even hit the ground. Volta picks it up.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. Play 2 in the side. That's ages ago, by the way.
What is that?
The Mo thing.
Oh, yeah, right. That is a long time ago.
Yeah, it is a long time ago. Config will get Rops. It's down to 4 on north side and 3 on Mouse. They pull it back with a kill from Sunny, and Volda goes around the corner to pull it back for a kill for him in north. As he can get aggressive as well, he'll hold off the bomb, gets information on Sunny, repeaks, interestingly enough,
Yeah,
and actually catches Sunny off.
That's very brave. Lose that duel, you're done for, but fortune does favour the brave Matthew, and he manages to take that kill down, and the round indeed. So it will be Chris J up against it now. As North find their 14th round, he does nail that shot. Takes down Config, but he won't be going for it. He'll fall back. And the money, pretty decent actually for the mousesports side after winning 3 rounds in a row. 10k in the back pocket of Chris, so if he survives, he'll be absolutely fine. Teammates not doing too well. We've got Oscar on 7 grand, so he definitely needs to save this AWP and drop a couple of M4s potentially. But North coming one step closer to closing things out now. There it is, Valda with the brave play towards CD Spawn. You're absolutely right though to call him out. That could have been disastrous if he doesn't hit that shot, which wasn't required. Let's see from his POV. So this is the moment he spots him.
Info and bang.
Yeah, and I think he fired a shot just before that as well. So he knew he had the AK, but it's still surprising him, confident in his own ability. You can't criticise that too much. And it will be round number 10. Coming into the end now. One more will do it for map point. North already up 1 in the series after, I guess, a series of individual maps, but they won Cobblestone. Jay feeling brave here towards the underpass, and it works out for him. Problem is he's locked himself in, but he has got a smoke to fall back with. I thought he would take it, but it's going to be AWP shots all over the place now. 5 on 2. All of a sudden, Oscar and Chris J devour North lineup.
Devour is one word for it. Stico trying to get back up on top of the stairs for information. 14, we are holed up as North struggles to close the game after so much success. I do not love that the ESEA scoreboard resets itself, because it doesn't paint the pretty picture when you press tab and look at how many rounds in a row were really achieved.
Yeah, it is a shame.
You're a shame.
40 seconds. Looks like mousesports have done enough here, but Valda, he can do some unspeakable things. Yeah, it's towards Shadow here. Molotov goes in. No one there waiting for it. Flash towards Connector, trying to set up Cage and B here. Pushing CD's back. Flashes are decent. Cage and B gets towards Tetris, but Valda goes down. Rops finds him. Now Cajun can't win the round. Can't find any kills either. Stick over the second. 14-11, and that's going to be money in the proverbial bin now for North. Not really much I can do here. This might be a double eco. Maybe not, considering on the T side. 1900 next round. They can get AKs and armor next round. This won't be the best of buys. With easy at 3500, they should be okay. But 14-11. Sports still firmly within this game. I think it's going to go towards A. A couple of flashbangs, maybe 4 towards Palace. Flash over, hope for a bomb plant. Lots of PT-50s out there, and we'll see if it works out for them. There's only 2 players towards the A site. Here come the 4 players of Palace. 2 flashes over now. Pop, pop. I said pop. There we go.
Pop, pop. Pop, pop. Sounds like some sort of gangster rap song. As Config pulls a shot back on Rops.
No, it's happening.
He's got the bomb planted. He's got it down. He's got to wait for the flames. Finally, though, Sunny gets the kill. It's all down to Easy. With a Glock. Pop and lock. Pop, pop.
Still going that. He's enjoying himself.
He's done it.
Oh, there it is. That was the play required. We did say money would be tight, but they get the bomb down there. It won't be at all. That's lovely. Ooh, nice shot from Config as Robs realizes he's actually a cyborg and not a human, and he'll be playing the next round as memory erased.
Stop it. Stop it.
That's how they do it. They like me talking about it.
I can only take so much.
That's it. We had that about 10 times last week. You missed all the fun.
Yeah, did I? Great.
Yeah.
Looking forward to perhaps learning more about said fun.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, give me a replay pack, please. Rushley, that's your job. Do it. Ooh. As we get back into it, Rops holds off.
Execution play again. A team that's known for it. No default at the start, though. And you have to commit very quickly. You have no idea what's pushed behind you. The Molotovs and smokes go in, flashbangs as well. Config, of course, to try and open things up. We'll see what he can do.
See what he can do, indeed. As Rops gets back inside behind the boxes, he's holding off because he knows that they're going to be pushing in. He can't quite survive. It does manage 1 kill, about all he was worth in that situation. As Cajun, though, finds 2 in return. It's North that seemingly have a slight opening, but they've got problems as they're bleeding out. A boost back from Sandwich would be interesting, but the HP is so low that Sunny quickly finds Config, and does he know? Does he realize he was boosted?
Yeah, I think he killed the player that was boosted up, so they will be aware. And this round is looking favourable for mousesports all day long. They're finding the kills. Oscar hitting absolutely everything. It's up to AZ, flashed in the corner. 3 kills in total for Oscar, the sniper of mousesports, and the bomb will be defused. It's a bit of a struggle around there from North, just going for that full execution off the bat. It was looking okay at the start. They got the trade of Rops, but then Oscar arrives, starts swinging that AWP around, and things got very problematic indeed. See him pushing through the smoke and just doesn't miss a beat. Nice shot there, just to finish things off a blind AZ. 14-13, money bad once again. This could be going the full distance. North just can't find that match point.
Seemingly eludes them. If this goes the distance after how out of it and checked Mouse looked, I would be astonished. I think they might be too, for all the wrong reasons. On plant again for North. This time they surely have to convert. An AWP, an M4. Cajun's still on a deagle with no armor but a man up, and he can play the bait. He can be the martyr. As AZ waits to watch the vent, it's going to be a slip in from Sunny. Oh, behind him, who he's not yet aware, sees the shoulder, fires early, and goes back to the pistol. A dink will do to serve purpose in helping his teammates as Valdes sits in the box, knows that the player he's looking for, Christie, has walked in and cleverly goes above him. This should be the map point, and finally North get it.
They do the pistols, of course. Fast play towards the connector. Valda manages to find 3 kills in total, and it just snowballs out of control. And that's the round mousesports, of course. They really have to win that. Nice work once he gets the M4 in his hand as well. The bomb planted just seems to hit absolutely everything. A great addition to the North lineup, I have to say. Valda, been very impressed with what he's been doing since he did join the team. 17 kills in this game. 29 for Cajun. Config on 23. Has dropped off since he started losing rounds a little bit. This could be the final run. We'll see what they can do around number 14 here. Sunny with the M4. Likes to do this quite a lot. They will be boosting behind this smoke, and I think Sunny is aware of that possibility. Sees the shadow of one, will flash out and try and get the frag hit. Could even get a double kill. Only gets 1, but Cajun B with the return frag.
Frag indeed. But Valda gets to the more important position of planting the bomb. On map point against just Oscar to try and hold mousesports in it and give them a win on the night. Otherwise, North will take 2. Oscar's going to rotate all the way back around. And look for the AWP to get position. Good find. Followed down early. Cajun B. 8WP versus 8WP, but he's low. And Oscar, again in a clutch situation, gives us 1 more round in quite spectacular fashion.
Addicted to winning, Oscar can't give up a clutch. 3 kills once again, and it will be round number 30 coming in. Money destroyed. Well, not destroyed. It's okay, to be fair. They've got 2 players in like 6K, so they can buy. And you can hear the music coming in. It builds the tension, the dread. As we enter round number 30, it was the pause. That's why we have it. Replay of Oscar. I'm not sure why Valda gave himself up that easily. Just completely destroyed that. Didn't even really play the bomb. Bit of a panic from North, I have to say. Overtime, very possible now. Sports, though, only kept 1 player alive. But they're looking okay for a full buy here. M4s and, of course, the AWP. Oscar still has his 5.7 and a full array of utility, so they're fine. Christian have no nades. That's the only compromise they've had to make here. North, on the other hand, UMPs, a couple of AKs, and the Cajun B AWP. Is this enough to close out the game?
I'm going to hope so. Oscar with a gap in the smoke finds the first shot. Config down. We might have overtime if this continues. A disaster. So they try and bait out more shots as well. They're not content with losing a member. They want the kill back. Understandably so, but perhaps a risk in doing it. Volda gets smoked off inside of the kitchen. Ready themselves for a similar format. AZ still in this, but not boosted this time to look for the smoke. Instead, they go a little bit quicker with their execution. And MSL leads the charge on the UMP. Through the window already, it looks inside of the site, finding as well exactly where Chris J had gone behind the bench. Excuse me, I believe it was actually, yes, Sonny who was found. It said Sticko down to AZ. Good response from Oscar. It's all on Cajun B. A WP. Finds one. Gets it down to a winnable situation as he picks up the bomb as well, but he's got to stay on the sniper rifle and hope that he's not found instead by the M4 and lies to the fact that he's in a one-on-one. He will go to the AK-47. Instead, he holds the plant. All to play for. Rop's not with a kit in hand. Has one down inside of the site by which he could grab. Cajuns look to the apartment to the exact second. Rops has crossed over. He sees him. Late reaction from Rops, and Cajun wins out the game in the last round in a one-on-one.
Didn't feel like he could do that with the AWP in hand, but of course the old veteran takes down the rookie. Cajun B manages to win the round and indeed the map. North, it did look a little bit scary towards the end there, Matt. Mouse, two disappointing maps, I have to say, though. Managing to get themselves in touching distance of winning it each time, but falling at the final hurdle, overtime there. It could have been their game if they pulled that one back, but it wasn't meant to be. Still an entertaining one to close out the night, and it will be North picking up both maps there. And Matt, have you enjoyed yourself in your first night back at Pro League?
I have, you know. It's good. I flew over this morning. I'm here tonight. Slept all day. Gonna go sleep again, wake up, and tomorrow we do it all over again.
We do. We've got 3 nights this week to bring to you a Pro League. This was the final one this evening. Congratulations to North. Commiserations there, Mouse. And yeah, congratulations to Hellraisers earlier as well. I don't think anyone saw them performing like that. But that's all from us, Matthew. And we're going to throw it over to the lovely men at the analyst desk. Gentlemen.
We do it all over again, indeed, tomorrow. But first, a summary of the game we have just witnessed. The day we have just witnessed, I'm joined by YNK and Spun J, just because it sounds nice together. Chad, we'll actually start with you. The J is silent, I know. You just spur.
Dan Gaskin did that to me.
What did he do?
Notice how he's not back?
Did he say Spun J?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, the golden boy pulled some strings, didn't he?
Yeah, he's fired now.
Watch out. You got to watch out. But I'm back, and I'm hopefully going to stay.
You're lucky I like you.
Oh, fingers crossed that continues. But 16-14, overtime vibes on the horizon. mousesports putting on some degree of a show towards the end of Mirage.
I can only imagine the uproar of cheers as Cajun B won that 1v1 in the end there from all the North players sitting at home.
Right.
Because I felt it here in the studio. We were really, really feeling that one there. You know, I think in that situation, he steps up. The cleaner had a really good game. He had, what was it, 31, 32 frags, something like that. Yeah. So when Cajun steps up, he's the backbone of the team. When he's having a good game, you can feel that allows players like Config and Volda to take a few more risks. But Oscar did his best. You know, he had so many multi-kill rounds. He was a real thorn in the side there. And I think there was a 12-round streak from North in the middle of the game. So they won 12. They won one, and then it was like 7-1, and then they won 12 in a row.
But yeah,
across, and which is just nuts. And then Mao's making it really, really close off the back of those plays from Oscar.
I mean, yeah, we can actually bring up that particular round you're referencing, the one where it was truly like it was match point for North. It looked like they were slipping away, and eventually North brought it back. It was a rather messy affair. You get to see just a little bit of it here. This was just Mouse looking to be securing this round. This would, of course, brought them level. This would have been mousesports very much securing it. But Valde doing Valde things managed to keep the round in check for North. You can see a double kill. Oscar, actually, I was referencing, sorry, was an Oscar clutch I thought we had as well. But, I mean, it was back and forth all over the scoreboard.
Absolutely. And, again, you're looking towards mousesports in that first half. They're off to a flying start, 7-1, and you really need to capitalize on that. Usually when we see a team, you know, start off that strong, they end up with 10+ rounds on their T side. So I think obviously it's difficult. Your opponents are going to adjust and everything, but they had to do a better job in the first half.
I mean, they're going to end 1-5 after all of this. They previously only played, I believe, 4 games. So coming into this, another 2, and they're going to both be in that loss category. It's going to be a pretty bitter pill for Bounce to swallow. Yeah,
it's not great for them and Na'Vi, right? We expect a bit more from those guys at the moment, but there's still a chance. We all know, you know, we've all been there late in the season, and we've seen how close it gets. Yeah. We've seen how messy it gets towards the end of the season, and teams do slip up. So if the other teams currently in the top 6 or 8 make mistakes like these guys are making now, they always have a chance. You can't rule anybody out.
Yeah, but it's like Yenka was saying as well. It's probably now is the time. Admittedly, they've played less than others, but just to start looking for a split series. Like at the bare minimum. Like you can climb, you can crawl your way up tooth and nail, but with splitting these series here in the
I think the big thing is to note week number 5 is a super week, right?
Yeah.
So we have like 6 play days,
6 week,
right?
yeah.
So when you have that going on, there's so many games played in a week. I think most teams will be playing multiple games, and that's where I think we get a really good idea of who's going to cement themselves top 6, at least top 3, right? Should be looking pretty
That's
clear.
a fantastic shout. We'll review today though. This is week 4. He's already said week 5 is going to be that super week. This the scores on the doors. It looks like one game's still going on. You can see more of Heroic and Fnatic, as it looks like Heroic have taken a sterling lead on Inferno. That's going on the secondary stream. You'll be able to find that here as well. But yeah, we got to see Na'Vi and Hellraisers lock horns, albeit briefly, on Overpass. But a full series, 29 rounds over on Inferno. My eyesight isn't good, but that was, of course, 16-12 on Cobble. And it's a full 16-14 on Mirage. We got the full 30 rounds there, Yanko.
Yeah, it was obviously a very close affair, and we were saying that mousesports is going to bounce back.
Yeah.
Not quite managing to get the W, though.
Close, but no cigar for them. And as you do take it all in, you can see Fnatic have yet to been unwavering in the top of the table. Of course, should they concede this game versus Heroic on Inferno, that second in the loss category will join them, the likes of North and FaZe. God, this is going to be so tough. Do you say top 6, right?
Top 6, yeah.
Top 6. So FaZe, North, Fnatic, Astralis, the Heroic big, still room to maneuver. There is a lot, there is not that many spots that are going to be particularly, free. For none of them are free. I'm looking like NIP, G2, Astralis aren't even in there yet. Na'Vi are miles away.
I think Fnatic, towards the end of the season, they get their tough games, right?
True.
It's not that they've had their easy games because it was a new team, but they got to verse some opponents, off the bat who we would consider maybe placing lower than them.
Fair.
And to be honest, at the start of the season, me and Yanko both had Fnatic down the bottom of the table. Sorry, Yanko and I.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. I'll forgive that one.
It's late.
It is. And in the essence of time, why don't we go ahead and bring up tomorrow's matches as well? We talked about it. We do indeed have more Counter-Strike for you tomorrow. Same time, same place. We get to see Na'Vi versus Envy. Now, that could be a bit of a disaster. Both teams have been struggling to put results on paper. Well, one of them is going to walk away with a win. We'll find out in what fashion that is to start off our stream. And following that, we get to see the French, who have landed on their feet, albeit a little more so. G2 versus the Ninjas.
Hot match of the week, Alex. Get excited for this one. Get the popcorn ready.
Ooh.
I'm going to be hyped.
I certainly will be. The Samurai taking on the Ninjas. That's a nice little storyline there.
Damn. Battle of the Orient.
I'll go with that. Yep, sure thing, man. The Ninja Star. It took me a long time to realize that it was a Ninja Star, Yanko, the NIP logo. I feel like that was an instant connection for you.
It's not a Ninja Star, it's a Shuriken.
That's what a Ninja Star is, isn't it?
Ninja Star is just such a lame way of saying
Ninja Star!
It's a Shuriken.
Okay, fine. Well, maybe they say Ninja Star in America, because if you guys are interested in more Counter-Strike, you can head over to America, albeit not that long. In fact, 30 minutes or so, an hour if you're not... if you have a watch that works. Renegades versus NRG will be your first broadcast. And following that, you get to see CLG versus SK. It's actually intriguing to see if CLG can do anything in that North American league. They are kind of being overshadowed by the likes of Liquid, the likes of Optic, albeit North American. But CLG, for a while, they were turning heads, and then roster changes happened, and they kind of fell off of radar. We'll be seeing if they can do anything on our primary Steam and a secondary over in North America. For now, though, I say we say our goodbyes, boys. It's been an absolute blast back on the desk. Haven't taken my pants off or lost my job just yet. Good. Okay, we're back tomorrow?
Back tomorrow.
Back tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us here for ESL Pro League. Same time, same place, more Counter-Strike tomorrow.